Hello everyone, this is Vijay Lakshmi Sugnari. Welcome to Vinma's YouTube channel. Here in this session, we have to discuss the concept second PUC mathematics for complete package of 3 marks questions. Here in this session contained complete package of 3 marks questions for your annual examination. Mainly this video useful for Karnataka students because the questions because the questions are prepared for those students and based on the Karnataka syllabus. Okay, here first we have to check the which chapters. Okay, here the chapter contains 3 marks questions. Mainly there are 9 questions. Okay, mainly there are 9 questions. Each questions every questions from one chapter. Here there are 9 chapter. First one is relations and functions, inverse trigonometric function, matrices, continuity and differentiability, applications of derivatives, integrals, vector algebra, 3D, 3-dimensional geometry, or it is called as the 3D geometry. And the last one is probability. Each chapter there is a one questions. Okay, totally there are 9 questions. Out of the 9 questions, we have to solve only 6 questions. Out of the 9 questions, we have to solve only 6 questions. Each questions carries 3 marks. That is 6 threes are 18. Overall from this part C. Okay, overall the part C contained complete 18 marks in your question paper. Okay, then we have to discuss the what are the main questions asked in part C. Okay, here one by one each chapter we have to discuss them. First one, there is a one question from the relation and function. Okay, here show that the relation R in R defined as x comma y such that 3x minus y is equals to 0 is neither reflexive nor symmetric nor transitive. Okay, here all questions. Okay, here all questions are from 1 to 10. Okay, here 1 to 10 questions are most of the time repeated in annual examination. It may be in 2012. Okay, it may be 2019-20. Okay, from the I prepared this session or questions. I prepared questions from 2016 question paper to 2024 as well as from model question paper also. Okay, model question papers also. These are the 1 to 10 questions are most of the repeated. Sometimes it may ask in 2017, 2018, 2000. Okay, out of 10 questions, one question will be for 2025 annual paper. Okay, here there is a have to here in this session mainly the question is based on equivalence relation, or sometimes they ask for a reflexive only, symmetric, or transitive. Okay, based on these relations they ask one question for 3 marks. Okay, here there are 1 to 5 questions are there. In first question they say checking the reflexive condition, symmetric and transitive. They already given neither reflexive nor symmetric nor transitive. Okay, we have to prove that. Here in second question we have to prove the equivalence relation. In third question also we have to prove the equivalence relation. Here, reflexive, symmetric and transitive condition. Whatever they given, we have to find that. Okay. Here for 6 to 10. Okay. All 1 to 10 questions are important for 3 marks. Out of 10 questions, there is 1 questions will be for annual examination. Okay. Next, we will move on the chapter number 2, inverse trigonometric function. Okay. Here, there are some properties. Okay. Here, there are some basic properties of the trigonometric functions. While solving these questions, we have to use the basic properties of trigonometric function as well as inverse trigonometric function. Based on these property, we have to solve this. Total, there are most important and most of the time asked questions in the examination. Here from this chapter, there are 12 questions are there. Okay. Out of 12 questions, there will be a 1 question for annual examination. Okay. Here, this 1 questions will be from model question paper as well as sometimes this one is asked in the annual examination. Here, we have to use the property cos of x plus y. While applying the formula, we have to use the cos of x plus y. Here, have to write the property. And in the simplest form, we have to replace x by something. Then we have to solve this. Here also, we have to replace x by some values. We will get the simplest form. Here, these 2 questions are based on the property. In the next question, here we have to check the condition. Here have to divide by cos x and cos x here. Then you will get the property of tan function. Then you have to solve. These questions are similar to this. Again, we have to use the properties. Okay. Here this is also one of the simplest form property. Okay. Overall, in the second question of the part C, contain inverse trigonometric function. Then, next chapter, matrices. Okay. Most of the time, matrices contain these questions. Okay. Totally, there are 8 questions. Out of 8 questions, there will be a 1 definite question for 3 marks. Out of these 8 questions, there is a 1 definite questions. These questions are most time asked in the examination. Here in this first question, find the value of x. So there is a multiplication. Here in this, we have to multiply this matrix with this matrix. After multiplication, you will get the x value. Okay. Here, that is express the matrix as the sum of symmetric and skew symmetric. The property is the given matrix taken as A, it can be expressed sum of symmetric, that is 1 by 2 A plus A transpose plus 1 by 2 A minus A transpose. Substitute, take it A matrix and make it as a transpose, and taking in this equation, you will get the result same as the given matrix. Then it is for 3 marks. Similarly, while multiplication, okay, while taking the product. Mainly this third question in the part C contain 1, it may product, it may based on product rule or based on the transpose method, based on the transpose matrix. Okay. Have to prepare these property as well as these problems based on these problems. Okay. Here also there is a one question. It can be it can be expressed sum of symmetric and skew symmetric. Here also the numbers are different, but the question is same. Here have to find the first have to take x plus y matrix and x minus y matrix. Then here have to subtract these two values, we get 2x. Then subtract each values, the coefficient values, then you will get the x determinant. After that, you have to substituting x matrix, then you will get the y matrix. Out of 8 questions, one question will be asked for your examination. Next, from the chapter, a fourth question from the chapter 5. Here there is a question number 4 in part C. Okay. While preparing 3 marks, you will get 5 marks question also. Okay. Here from the continuity and differentiability chapter, there is a 2 question for MCQ and 1 question for fill in blanks and 2 questions from 2 marks and 1 question for 3 mark, and there is a 1 5 mark question as well as 1 6 marks question. Okay, so don't skip these chapters. Okay, have to practice. The only mantra for solving the annual exam as well as getting good result. Okay, you have to prepare only complete, have to study the chapter number 5. You will get about 18 to 20 marks in the annual exam. Okay, only one chapter, that is continuity and differentiability. So this chapter is the basic chapter for, this is the basic for integration as well as differential equation, then application of derivative as well as application of integrals. Okay, that's why I have to prepare this chapter. This is the compulsory chapter for preparing annual exam. Okay, then here for 3 marks question, find only dy by dx. Here, okay, here so many questions are there. Find dy by dx. All questions, there are different questions are there. Okay, here dy by dx, this is the parametric equation. Okay, here this is also one of the important question, finding the dy by dx. Okay, here also there is a dy by dx. Find differentiate with respect to x. It means finding dy by dx. This is also one of the logarithmic function we have to take here. Okay, here you can use the substitution method. Okay, substitution method. Then here you have to use the substitution method or directly while taking the tan inverse. Complete value, put it as t, then you will get the differentiation. Here you have to use the logarithmic function. Here also use the logarithmic function. Here you have to use the parametric function. Then out of 13 question, there is a one definite question. Most of the times it may ask for these questions. Okay, here for 3 marks, most of the time usually ask for parametric functions. So I have to prepare these concepts. Finding the dy by dx while given parametric functions. Here also the given parametric equation have to differentiate with respect to t. Here also with respect to t. Here also differentiate with respect to t. Here with respect to theta, again here you have to use the logarithmic function. Here also use the logarithmic function. While seeing all the 13 questions, they most of the time they ask only question based on logarithmic function and parametric. So have to prepare these concepts while given the question in logarithmic form or parametric form. Have to find the dy by dx. Next, there is a fifth question from applications of derivative. Here in this chapter, there are only 6 questions. Here in this chapter, there are only 6 questions. Out of these 6 questions, one definite questions will be asked for examination. Sometimes the functions are may change. Otherwise, they given these functions only. Okay, here sometimes the function may change, but the question will be same. Finding, increasing, decreasing. Okay, finding, decreasing, increasing, or interval. Writing the interval. Okay, so have to prepare the concept. For one common step for finding the increasing, decreasing, strictly increasing, strictly decreasing, or finding the interval is, if there is no preparation for this chapter, have to differentiate once. Okay, without preparing the shortcut way for solving these one, have to have to differentiate once. That time you will get at least 1 mark. Out of 3 marks in this question, you will definitely get 1 mark for differentiation. Okay, so I have to prepare this chapter also. But this chapter only, this application of derivatives. Okay, from this chapter only 4 to 5 marks question. There is a one MCQ question and one 3 marks question. Okay, so if the shortcut method is, or while solving the functions, have to differentiate once. You will get at least 1 mark here. Next, then integrals. Okay, integrals. From these integrals, the questions are so many different integrals will be asked in the annual examination. Okay, the while solving the integration, this type of the integration is based on substitution method. This is for substitution method. Here also integration by, this is also one of the substitution method. Here this is direct method and this one is substitution. This is also based on substitution. This is partial fraction. This is x into tan inverse of, this is integration by parts. This is also by parts. And this is also by parts. Usually most of the times while solving the integration by parts, that is mainly there are two functions are there. Here one is dx and another one function is tan inverse. Here there is a one function e to the power x and another function sin x. Here x square and e to the power x. Here in this type of parts, from with the integration by parts, have to use the formula here. There is a one formula. First, there is eyelet rule. Okay, this is the eyelet rule. What do you mean by the eyelet rule? I means inverse trigonometry. L means logarithmic. A algebraic. Next, T means trigonometric. E means exponential. Okay, here based on these, we have to give first priority always for inverse functions, then logarithmic function, algebraic function, trigonometric functions, and exponential functions. Okay, these are the important questions for 3 marks from integrals. Here also there are totally 14 questions are there. Out of 14 questions, there is a one definite 3 marks questions will be asked for examination. Out of the 14 questions, maybe one questions will be definitely asked because these questions are asked for in previous question paper as well as model question papers. Then the next chapter is from vector algebra. Okay, there is a from vector algebra. If vector A, B, C are three vectors, okay, here this is from the property. This is from the property. While solving the vectors, you know the formulas of A plus B square, A minus B square, A plus B plus C whole square, A plus B cube, A minus B cube. Okay, well, all the formulas you have to note down once and have to remember all the formulas. Okay, there are sometimes it may be questions asked from the properties. Otherwise, this is the theorem. Okay, this is the one of the important theorem in this chapter. It may sometimes they have to find the vector A plus B, vector A minus B while given in the vector A and B. Then there are 8 questions are there. Out of 8 questions, there will be a one question for examination. Here the finding the unit vector perpendicular to the vector. They also here this is A plus B vector finding the A minus B vector. Sometimes they may ask to finding the lambda value while given three vectors are coplanar. Coplanar means the first have to take the vectors of the form in a matrix form or it may written in a determinant form. Then the determinant value, sorry, here I'm writing in a determinant form, then find the value, determinant value. After finding the determinant value, the value becomes 0. Then we have to, the all the vectors are coplanar. Coplanar means the determinant value becomes 0. The determinant value is 0, then the vectors are coplanar. Then again, this is the sixth one, seventh questions are based on the property. Again, from the eighth question, this is also one of the theorem. Okay, next from the chapter, from these also important questions. Okay, the area of rectangle. Okay, area of rectangle here also based on the property. Then while finding the angle. Okay, out of the 11 questions, there will be a one question, one definite question for annual examination. Then from the chapter 10, there is a eighth question from the chapter number 10, 3D geometry or three-dimensional geometry. While given the two lines L1 and L2, they are already given the points of the axis. Okay, based on these equation, we have to find the angle. Okay, Sometimes they have to find the distance between the line. Okay. Here the shortest distance both are same. Okay. Here also they given to find the distance. Then sometimes they given for finding the equation. Okay. Out of the out of the 7 question, there will be a one definite question for examination. Here also they have to finding the angle. Then here have to find the vector. So here mainly finding the finding the angle while given the two lines. Okay. Similarly, finding vectors equation while given the points and lines. Okay. So based on these two concepts, I have to prepare more. Then the last question, there is a ninth question. There is a ninth question from the probability. There is a question number 9 will be from probability. Okay. Here by this probability concept, there is a one definite 3 marks questions will be asked for examination. There is an easiest question will be asked from this concept. Have to from these probability have to getting the one MCQ question, then one film lines question. There is a one 3 marks question. Okay. Then there is a one 2 marks question. This chapter from this chapter you will get 8 marks. Okay. There is a simple questions are there. Most there is a based on the concept independent. Based on the concept mutually independent or mutually exclusive. Based on these property, there are here there are questions. Here there are 8 questions. Okay. Most of the time, as when the examination, the question is this one. Most of the question time, these questions will be asked many times in the examination. Then it the numbers are changes here. The second and the questions are same, but here the numbers are different. In the second question, there is a 3 red and 4 blacks are there. Here in the third question, same question, but 4 red, 4 black. Okay, the numbers are changes, but remaining the questions will be same. Here in the similar in the question, they here in second and third question they given a ball, but here while in place of ball they given a these same questions. Okay, here also there is a same question. Here they given 5 red, 5 black. Okay, here this is sorry, this is not a black, this is earth. Here also earth. Okay, same. These questions are same. The concept is similar, but while taking the questions or while giving the questions, the numbers may change. Okay, up to this much. Up to this much, there is a one 5 mark, sorry, 3 marks complete package will be completed. So have to prepare. Okay, out of 9 chapter, out of 9 chapter, have to select. Have to select. There is a 6 chapter or one extra chapter. Okay, have to select 7 chapters and prepare those chapters. Okay, so there is a one study method. There is a one study method was scoring good result, scoring good result or passing. Okay, there are two categories. One is good scorer in the students. There are two categories. One is the good scorer, another one is passing. Okay, passing. Here, good scorer read all the chapter, while passing student he concentrate on only passing marks. Okay, in the passing marks, have to prepare first chapter, that is relations and function, because from the relation function there is a 1 marks question, there is a 2 marks question, 3 marks question and 5 mark question. So have to prepare the first relations and function chapter. You will get complete 11 marks out of, okay, overall score from the first chapter is 11. Similarly, have to prepare the third chapter, matrix. Okay, then another important is easy scoring concepts are there. Determinant and differentiation, differentiation and probability. Okay, these chapters are easy scoring chapters. So have to prepare more. While passing students prepare these chapters, you will definitely get 60 plus marks in the annual examination. Definitely you will get the 60 plus marks in the examination. Okay. All the best for your annual examination. If you have any doubt, please write it in the comment box and send me. Otherwise, if you really like my channel and my classes, please do subscribe, share and comment on this video. Okay.